We getting started like in 1 minute. So invite your friends, invite your friends. What up, y'all? You turn a sorry ass light on. That better? Shit. What's up, y'all? Is the left finished? Are they breaking? Are they breaking? Let me change this title real quick. What up? Is right-wing trolling breaking the left? I want to talk about this and we're going to get into it. I'm going to jump right into it, then I'm going to acknowledge y'all in a second. I just want to get out there. This is what we're going to be talking about today. For those you don't know, like Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, these white boys have been trolling the shit out of left wingers. And all this left wing diversity, don't say nothing to offend anybody. Oh, this world is so harsh. Elon Musk put out a couple tweets and Queen left wing, Rachel Maddow, she literally broke down crying, y'all. Does my mic sound good? I was listening to some of my audio yesterday and my fucking mic sucked. I didn't have it plugged in right. Y'all didn't tell me last time that my mic was fucked up. Y'all gotta tell me, chat room, when my mic is fucked up. I don't like bad sound. Y'all gotta let me know. But anyway, they have been trolling and Rachel Maddow has finally lost it on camera in front of everybody. This was so damn funny. I had to talk to y'all about it. Appreciate that, Cloudy Hayes. Appreciate that. Based on that name, I know what you probably doing right now. Ha ha. What's up, Netta? What's up, Ben? What's up, Black McBain? What's up, Chewy? Okay, I'm good. I was listening to my show yesterday. I was doing some clips. Then I looked at my audio stream deck. I was like, fuck! The mic wasn't working right. God damn it. Nah, my mic gotta be right, man. If y'all hear a whole bunch of background noise and echoing, that means my mic ain't working right. And it's been doing this shit since I've had this update to this program. It's been doing it ever since I had this update to this program. It's been like, my settings be set. I don't even have to check them. They set. But this happened twice. It happened during my Val Young interview. That's why the first 7 minutes of that interview on Patreon is choppy, because it did the shit back then. And then it did it yesterday. You know, so are we good? All right, cool. We good. Everything good. And I didn't check Thought Crimes yesterday. Matter of fact, I meant to, because I was on a long ass drive, and I had Thought Crimes next, because I went way out like to where the Indian reservations were yesterday, and I had Thought Crimes on my thing to play next, but then I got a call. Ended up being on the phone. I'm gonna go back. No, so I haven't listened to them, but I will. I'll listen to them probably today when I'm done talking to y'all. And then also later on, we're going to do an album review of Kendrick's album. We're going to play every song, but I'm not going to break down every song. I'm going to pick out a few key songs that I want to break down on Kendrick's album. So that's going to be live later on here on Twitter, Mixcloud, and my Patreon. The archive, if you can't be there live, is only going to be on Patreon. I'm letting y'all right now, you guys will get basically a free preview of how I get down over on Patreon when I do this album breakdown later on. So if you catch it live, you're all right, but the archive is only going to be available on Patreon. We're going to do a listening party and breaking down Kendrick's album. We're going to do that around 2 o'clock, between either 2 or 3 Pacific time today. Either 2 or 3 Pacific Standard Time today. All right. So, depending on what time I'm done here. But, what's up, YouTube channel? What's up? I can see Vessi, Spike, Black McBain. I appreciate y'all for joining. Now, let me sip on some water, and then we're going to commence to talking about what they're talking about. Oh, also, my breakthrough card site is down because somebody tried to hack that motherfucker. They didn't get it. But the booking site is still up. The booking site is still up because the booking site is separate from the website itself. And but I have 25% off all readings. And I'm going to put the booking site in the chat room right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the booking site in the description too. 25% off all readings for now for my Black Friday sale. Type in the product code Black Friday. Go to my website, DewanB.com. Everything is 15% off there too. You can go to DewanB.com. Pass along your contact information so we can stay in contact with what's going on. And then you go to the shop for the next week. This is Black Friday week. You go to the shop. Everything is 15% off. The whole shop. Even if it ain't labeled 15% off, the Black Music Tree, everything is 15% off automatically. And if you want to buy one of my courses, all of my courses are 35% off. My relationship, for people who are relationship counseling, I have 3 relationship counseling classes. I'm gonna get one of y'all to leave me a review. Shit. Let people know how I saved y'all motherfuckers' marriage. Nah, I'm just playing. But just like I got 3. I gotta get one of y'all. One of my relationship clients gotta hit me up and leave me a review. I'm gonna make that on y'all. Because most relationship stuff is private. That's why most of y'all don't even know I do relationship coaching, because that shit's very private and I do not talk about it. Hell no. The last thing you want to do is talk about somebody else's relationship to somebody else. The karma that's gonna come back on your monkey ass for doing something like that, boy. But my cardiology masterclass I just finished, 35% off. I have an upcoming in January. We have an IEP advocacy class for the parents. For parents who want to know how to advocate better for your children in the school system. That's coming up in January. Same thing, type in product code Black Friday, 35% off all of my classes, all right? 35% off all this shit. Only for this week, though. Only for this Black Friday week. All right? So let's get into it. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. All right, cool. So let's get into what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here starts off with, let me see. It didn't come up. Here it is. Here it is. This is how it all started. Elon Musk has been trolling this shit out of Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow looks like, Macaulay Culkin's tougher sister. That's how she is. She looks like Home Alone. We're going to call her News Alone. Yeah, she is the female Bill Maher. Honestly, I always got Rachel Maddow and Chris Hayes mixed up. I think Rachel Maddow beat Chris Hayes' ass, but who am I to judge? Well, anyway, Elon Musk put up this tweet. He said, MSNBC is going up for sale. Should I buy it? I would like to fire Rachel Maddow for fun and then turn it into a channel that reports the top stories from X each day. Citizen reporting on cable news. That actually would be a pretty good idea. You know why it'd be a good idea? Because the news is already doing it. We don't get no real fucking news. If y'all notice, the news only talks about what's going on Twitter anyway. Why not make it official? But this has the lefties losing it. Shouts out to Sky News Australia for that term. Lefties losing it. That should be funny than a motherfucker. So, he's just having a little bit of fun. Now, this is also how he bought Twitter, too. Starting off having a little bit of fun. But, as you see, with Elon, this shook the left to the core. This shook the left to the core. But he said, should I fire? I would like to fire Rachel Maddow for fun. And then, so look at them. Yeah, hire Judge Joe Brown. Look at this. Talking about Trump Jr. taking over Morning Joe. See, now you see he didn't respond to Judge Joe Brown. Elon Musk is still a racist troll. I'm not a fan of him either. Let's make this very clear. Just because I'm talking about it, these two white folk, this is white on white problems. This is not my problem. This is a white on white issue. I'm just here to laugh. That's one thing we got to realize, black folks. We got to start learning how to have fun when we see some bullshit going on and not join the fight. Every time you see white folks fighting, you guarantee gonna have that one nigga, I'm jumping on this side. Man, sit your ass down. Nigga, we over here laughing here. Nigga, we ain't got no friends in this fight. Fuck all these people. None of them like us. But at the same time, we can have fun. Man, look, like Neely Fuller says, Neely Fuller always talks about how the white supremacists, they found ways to make white supremacy fun. That's why they can practice it 24/7. It's a fun system to practice. We have to make black empowerment fun. And part of making black empowerment fun is being able to point out the schisms in their society and laugh at it. And let me tell you why that's important. Because what happens is you get these Charleston White style, and I love Kwame Brown. I love his message overall. So I don't want this to go the wrong way. I love watching his show. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. But there's one thing he doesn't get when it comes to race. And that's what racism truly is. You know, and the mental side and all the things that go into what white supremacy is. And part of what white supremacy is them knowing their society is fucked up. Because if you're in America, you fucked up. Period. If you in the United States of America, you fucked up. No matter what color you are. We fucked up. Yes, we are. But everybody's fucked up. White supremacy is these other groups gathering around knowing full well they're fucked up. And every time there's a schism in black society, them coming together and laughing at it. Ha, 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 ha. Look at them niggas. And then you know what happens when they all come together and say, ha, 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 look at them niggas? You get black people like Charleston White. You get black people like Anton Daniels. You get black people like Tommy Sotomayor that come in and be like, you know what? Them white folks is right. We fucked up. Why are we so fucked up? We this, we that, we can't get nothing right. No, you fucking idiot. They're just pointing out the slither of your society that's fucked up while ignoring theirs. And then you'll get black folks that be like, see, that's why we can't get reparations. And it's because we can't come together. You don't see white people doing bad. You don't see Asians doing bad. Meanwhile, you go down the boulevard, it's 30 rubbing tug Asian massage parlors where you know they prostituting out of. And you'll have some of these horny ass niggas go to them rubbing tubs and then come right on out and then be like, well, you don't see nothing wrong with their society. Like, nigga, all them the nail shops, man, them nail shops be having Chinese slaves in them motherfuckers. Nigga, you are literally getting a pedicure from a slave. And then you'll walk out and be like, ain't nothing wrong with their society. You know, it's just us. You fucking idiots. Am I lying, chat? He said, character holding their hands together and saying thanks. Yeah, you see how society is. Like, everybody had, like, then they'll turn around, they'll hear somebody like me talk and be like, see, some of y'all pro-blacks. Y'all think everybody in black society don't do nothing wrong. We got criminals too. I know we got criminals, nigga. I know we got coons too, and you one of them. Everybody got criminals, coons, turncoats, and bullshitters. Everybody. Especially a group that's been getting purposely mistreated for 400 years. Oh yeah, Cambodian town in Long Beach? Yeah, man. Man, go to Orange County. Man, go to these, man, half these nail shops y'all going to, the reason why inflation hit and these motherfuckers will sell $25 for a pedicure is because the person doing your pedicure is paying off their admittance to the United States through slave goddamn labor. So part of when you live in a degenerate society, America is a degenerate society. You're right, Black man. You got whole societies here in America that are built off human trafficking. Hell, the goddamn president, Donald Trump's wife, is one of the victims of human trafficking. Them Eastern Russian women that they be buying and shit. Yeah, that shit happen right to your face. And then you'll have some niggas talking about something. We're the only ones. We're the only ones. We're the only ones. You know, we the only one, clown ass niggas. We the only ones that got to deal with degenerates like y'all who don't pay attention to the fucking world you live in, nigga. Yeah, we the only ones that got to deal with niggas like you. We're the only ones. We're the only ones. Nigga, if you don't pull your head out your monkey ass and read a fucking newspaper. We're the only ones. We're the only ones. Fathers, y'all need to stay home. Fathers, stay home and raise your kids. Ladies, let these men raise these kids, man. Because I see it. There's some of these niggas in their 40s and 50s all on the internet, ain't never dealt with their daddy issues. And they the main, we the only one ass niggas out here. See, black folks is fucked up. No, nigga, your dad was locked up in the 80s. Don't put that on black people. My dad's fine. Like, leave us alone. I'll be hating that shit. No. Your sorry ass family got on some shit, and the people with the sorriest ass upbringings be the main ones, and no disrespect to those out there. I'm not here to disrespect anybody's upbringing. I'm just talking about when you look at the news, when you go on the internet, and you listen to the story behind these we the only one ass niggas, when you hear the stories behind these main cats talking about race, they family fucked up. Nah, nigga, that's your experience. If you don't sit your ass down, fuck out of here. But like, back to what we talking about. Hurt ass niggas. So, he said, say a lot of people in the back. Yeah, since the 90s, man, the degenerates have been running, the degenerates of black society been holding the mic since the 90s. Started with that gangster shit, then into the big pimping era, then into the look at me, I dress fancy, I'm in the mirror as much as a bitch, dressing nice, change clothes and vogue. That era. The bitch ass nigga era. The bitch ass niggas been having the mic way too long. The niggas that tell you a manhood is about how you dress and how the superficial bullshit, not who you are in your character. The bitch ass niggas have had the mic for way too long in black society. Thank God for Kendrick's new album, calling out all them bitch ass niggas. So, you got, what's his name, Elon Musk saying he's going to buy Twitter. Buy MSNBC. And then you have people like, where did it go? Joe Rogan. This motherfucker Joe Rogan jumped in and said, if you buy MSNBC, I would like Rachel Maddow's job. I will wear the same outfit and glasses, and I'll tell the same lies. See, this is what white folks call ball busting. White people like to bust each other's balls, all right? And I guess this Rachel Maddow, dresses like a man. Maybe they're saying she deserves to get ball busted too. So they ball busting. This is what white men do. They bust each other's balls. We call it clowning. They call it ball busting. So that's one thing I like about this Trump presidency is making people tell the truth again. Come on out. And with all that happening, let me see here. Oh, look at this shit Elon Musk said a few weeks ago. He said, these white folks is clowning, dog. This shit's hilarious. Elon Musk said Mark Cuban and Rachel Maddow are the same person. Don't believe the conspiracy theorists. Yo, these niggas is wild. Is it this picture right here? Look at this picture right here I saw earlier. Was it this one? I think it's this one. This is some shit that Elon Musk put up. The evolution of Rachel Maddow. Was that her in the 1990? This niggas is wild. And they got Mark Cuban. Ah! You got the owner of the world's biggest media platform trolling Mark Cuban and Rachel Maddow. Black folks, if you can't laugh at this shit, something wrong with you. Nigga, this shit funny. This shit is hilarious. He said they roasting her butch ass. He said butch ass. Hey, everybody, we got one cornball in the chat. Everybody boo this nigga who just made that comment. Boo! Pull a stick out your ass, homie. You must be a Mark Cuban fan. Nigga you must like the Dallas Mavericks. You like white hoes that wear man suits, don't you? That nigga said it ain't that funny. That nigga got Rachel Maddow porn in his Pornhub. That's just Google. Rachel Maddow lookalikes. Shit. So you got this. So this is Rachel Maddow's. This is her response. This is her response right here. Y'all gotta see this shit. Nigga Courtney G. Got that one person with a stick in their ass. Coming around thinking they trying to be the moral authority or someplace. Man, if you don't sit your ass down, fuck out of here while we over here having a good time. Oh, that one cornball. Relax, nigga. Shit. You don't know none of these people. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. So this is her response. This is her response. Let me make sure my audio's good.
Oh. Hold on.
Here we go. I'm sorry from the beginning.
Oh. Hold on. To at least 3... Put up the graphic of this. I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah.
She really crying. Hey, and this, I didn't even see this picture. This picture funny than a motherfucker. Elon Musk trying not to buy MSNBC, turning his ass up. Hey, this white boy funny than the motherfucker this time, boy. This is why I don't like. Elon Musk, he kind of got some nerve saying that Mark Cuban look like. Elon Musk, you look like Rachel Maddow too, though. Like, y'all put them same corny ass glasses on Elon Musk. Y'all, you look like her too. Like, Rachel Maddow's like, she's like the stock gender neutral white woman between the ages of 35 and 60. She's like the stock generic white woman. Let's play that again.
Oh. Hold on.
Fair use.
To at least 3... Put up the graphic of this.
This is funny. This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. No. Oh. Hold on.
Y'all see how fragile these DEI people are? Y'all see how fragile these DEI people are. They like playing all this people of color shit. They turn a blind eye when they shit on black people. When black people are shitted on, when Elon Musk shit on us, we're left alone. We gotta deal with it. We gotta, look beyond. Black people, you need to look beyond. It's bigger than racism. See beyond it. Things have gotten better. This motherfucker Elon Musk sends out a tweet. And she is breaking down at work. She breaking all the way down. Rachel Maddow, she looks like my old music teacher at Westchester High. We had this dude named Mr. Hankey. He was we literally had a music teacher in high school. His name was Mr. Hankey. And I swear Mr. Hankey looked just like Rachel Maddow. His name was Eric Hankey. Weird ass motherfucker too. I just remember I learned how to play music. I taught myself how to play the drums. And then I got my real work on how to play the drums at church. So I would go to music school and had this old white man named Mr. Hankey trying to tell me how to play some fucking drums. I'm like, man, if you don't sit your ass down and let me get this easy A real quick, fuck out of here. Mr. Hankey looked just like her. And so now you got Rachel Maddow. She's all up on the app. Now she's saying that they said she's gonna take a pay cut. They said she's gonna take a pay cut so she can keep her job. Well, me personally, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see all this shit. I want to see all these motherfuckers go to war. And they are going to war with each other. And black people, please sit back and watch. Please, black people, sit back and watch. Please sit back and watch. Don't be jumping in on this shit, choosing your favorite white person. Or if you do, get the fuck away from me. Don't come telling me which white person is your favorite. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's it, Troy Elite. Grab y'all popcorn. Grab y'all popcorn, please. You say you want to save a black man, and you want to see a black man? They ain't gonna let no. They're not gonna let no real black man save MSNBC. The best they'll allow is Byron Allen, and all Byron Allen gonna do is get a whole bunch of. He's just gonna get the same. They'll hire. Look, if Byron Allen's the only nigga they'll sell to, and he'll bring in Mark Lamont Hill, he'll bring in Torre, he'll bring in old girl with the Cadillac. What's her name? The female Sharpton. What's her name? She thick. She look good. What's that girl name? The Cadillac one. The girl who had that Cadillac a few years ago. What's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. They're gonna bring in her. they're gonna bring in, nigga, the most controversial hire they will probably bring in would probably be, the most like non-mainstream person they'd bring in would be probably somebody like an Amanda Seals and that shit won't work. Yeah, Tamika Mallory, yeah. Thanks, Sincere. Tamika Mallory, they'll bring her. So yeah, I don't need it to be black owned, because if it's gonna be black owned, it's still gonna be very white and liberal. Because if it's black owned, it's gonna be black owned in the same way Oprah's network is black owned. It'd be black owned network run by a whole bunch of white liberal lesbians. So yeah, no. I don't need it to be black owned. Let white folks get themselves out their own mess. Let them clean their own shit up. You know? Let them clean their own shit up. Let us stay the fuck out of this. Cadillac Tammy, y'all stupid. I said Cadillac Tammy. I think I'm opening the lines up. 323-744-7425. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Torre. That nigga looking like Cornell Midwest. I call him Corny West. What's up with this nigga now? Courtney G, I appreciate the Cash App. I appreciate the Cash App, Courtney G. Ain't somebody outside playing the Gap Band. That's why I love living in a black neighborhood. You be minding your own business, then out of nowhere, somebody come bumping some Smokey Robinson loud as hell in they Cadillac. I love living in a black neighborhood. Now these niggas is playing Love Will Make You Oh So Happy. Look at this nigga Torre. What's wrong with this nigga? What happened? I think he's showing us all that yeah, you're right, Sincere. He's always been a buster, but now he just saying, coming out saying, look, I'm gonna look like one. I'm gonna call myself Dr. Corny Midwest. This nigga, look at this motherfucker. The glasses, this nigga is just goofy. And he be on camera these days looking like a complete fool. And I'm not one of them people who judge people on how they dress, how they look. I don't care. I'll never tell people they should look a certain way before they get on camera. I believe it, but still, with that being said, we know when a motherfucker look crazy. You know crazy when you see it. This motherfucker look flipped out. Like this motherfucker's on ketamine, absinthe. I don't even want to put he's not even on a good drug. This nigga ain't doing shrooms and ayahuasca. He ain't doing that. This nigga's not doing DMT. Those are the good drugs. DMT, ayahuasca, and I don't endorse any of it. Call back. I answered too late. I was trying to get I couldn't find my mouse. Call back. But this motherfucker, he ain't on none of them good drugs. This nigga's not on 70s LSD. Nah, this nigga is on ketamine, crystal, something. I appreciate the super chat, Troy Lee. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what up, Dewan B? This Breeze Omega calling out of Virginia.
Breeze Omega out of Virginia. What's on your mind, brother?
You talking about Torre? I was just doing a story on this nigga the other day, and you saying the same shit I'm saying about him. He looked like a cheap version of Cornell West, and I'm just sitting here like, you got me sitting here. I fell on the floor as soon as you started talking about him.
He looked like his teeth are about to fall out.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, yo, you just killed it for me, brother. And I'm just like, damn, you've been like really like cooking full meals this past week. So I just want to say, send you your flowers, brother, because you've been having me like, I'm like, DB ain't playing with these jokers. And I appreciate you for that, brother. You've been killing them left and right.
Much appreciation. I appreciate you calling in, my man.
Yo, salute to you and the family. Y'all have a great one out there. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Yo, I'm over here working on my show for later on.
Yes, sir, man. Have a good one.
All right, brother. I love y'all. Y'all have a great one, yo.
You have a good one, brother.
All right, one.
Yeah. Back to this nigga Torre, boy. This nigga right here, he's just showing us. I am wigged out. But this is, if a black person bought MSNBC, he'd be the lead anchor. And then that shit's gonna tank within 6 months. And they're gonna be like, I don't know what happened. Nah. Like I said, I am for, because MSNBC is trash. Like, you notice, you see how scared they have our parents. This is what I don't like is, like, from like my parents' generation, that generation really watches the news, man. Like, if those of you out here, you know, you got people above 55, 60, really above, people above 60 don't go nowhere. Black folks really stopped going out around in the early 40s. Nigga, the only place you see black men over the age of 60 is at Charlie Wilson concerts in church. You know, so we don't really go nowhere. You know, white supremacy, niggas, we get old, I'm going home, nigga. So our parents, those of us who are still blessed to have parents that are alive and people of that generation above 60, they don't go nowhere. They get all their information from the news. Everything. And if they black, they probably watch MSNBC. Am I lying? And these people have fucked our parents' generation's heads up. People really think, between The View, MSNBC, they really think Trump's a dictator, as if he couldn't have stayed dictator the last time he was president. There was a national emergency called COVID. He could have did it then. But MSNBC have them really thinking that Trump's a dictator, that he's a threat to democracy, even though we live in a fucking republic. MSNBC, threat to democracy, threat to democracy, threat to democracy. But when we do the Pledge of Allegiance, it's to the republic for which it stands. But you niggas is talking about threat to democracy. This is what they do. And they have the people above 60s heads fucked up. Because they watching MSNBC looking at this shit like it's a credible news source. They lied and told them the race was close. They lie about how much of a dictator Trump is. They don't talk about the bullshit the Democrats do to hurt black people, especially us. Man. Claudia Hayes said, I told my mom I was going to block that MSNBC crap from her. Right. That shit's brainwashing like a motherfucker, that MSNBC. Fox News is brainwashing. All of them is brainwashing, but it's a reason why Fox News gets consistently more views than the MSNBC. Because MSNBC has gone completely off the rails. He said, is that Reese? Yeah, he said, you got to run it down to your parents. They don't know. Like, and the crazy part about MSNBC, they got y'all scared of shit that's not even they like, Trump is going to give immunity. Police already have immunity, you fucking dumb dicks. It's called qualified immunity. All he said was he's going to give them what they already have. And if you black, we're governed by common law, not what's written. So when you black, it's whenever the fuck they decide to use the law or not use the law with us. And you cannot name one time since the Constitution was written that wasn't true. Mm-hmm. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What?
Yeah, what's up, caller?
Hey, what's up, Devon, babe? What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, I think you on to something because I remember back in the 70s, not 70s, let's say 80s, late 80s, early 90s, when Bill Cosby with the Cosby Show, A Different World was on Black, what was it, NBC at the time?
Yep.
And I think that as the generation got older, they stayed fixated with NBC. Because back in the day, we used to call it Negro Black Channel.
Yeah.
So I think everybody stayed fixated to that. And now a lot of them that's in their 50s and 60s are still fixated with watching, like you said, the news and getting brainwashed. Yeah.
Yeah, they getting brainwashed. It's like the left has gone progressively left. Like the right wing went all the way extreme, and then the left pushed it. Now it's like, yeah, it's reached another level, man. But you're right about that, man. Thanks for giving us a call.
You're welcome, bro. Hey, one more thing, Devon.
Go ahead.
I love your music mind. I'll be listening to you, brother, and I appreciate what you bring to the forefront about the music. I actually did my own YouTube channel. This is a shameless plug, if you don't mind. Foundational Black American Music. I got Rochelle Farrell, Will Downing. I play a lot of Gary Taylor. I think you should check it out, man. It's called Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube.
For sure, man. I appreciate that, man. That's what's up. Got to keep that good music alive.
There you go, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
And you can get the Black American Music Tree right now. It's 15% off. It's 15% off right now at DewanB.com. You can get the poster, you can get the t-shirt, the hoodie, the framed, the canvas. All that's available right now at DewanB.com. This is what set it all off. But let's go back. I'm going to go piggyback off something that he said. And this is a thought that I had in my mind a couple of days ago that I didn't talk about to you guys yet. See, what happened was the right kept getting more and more like what Reagan did. The left had gone really far in the late 60s, into the 70s with social programs. Nixon is the one that basically the country was swinging left. Even Eisenhower was a little bit left in the 50s. I mean, during his time. But Eisenhower, Kennedy, LBJ, left. Nixon stopped the left swing. And Carter, pushed it, inched it, not that much. But when Reagan came in, Reagan started swinging things. He would have took that shit way to the right with his racism. He was overtly racist in his campaigns against black people and his targeting of black people. What he did with business, deregulating everything. Reagan swung it way to the right. And then Bush kept it way over to the right. So for Clinton to become president, Clinton couldn't be a traditional 70s leftist. He couldn't be a traditional 60s, 70s, 80s leftist. What Clinton did was, Clinton was basically a moderate Republican of the late 60s. And he moved the Democrat Party way to the right with the crime bill, the way it deregulated media with the 1996 Telecommunications Act. And it brought the left way over to the right. But the left had to go right in order to catch some votes because the Republicans was kicking the left's ass for a long time. I remember in the 80s, some of the jokes in the 80s was, like basically if you couldn't win a race, if you couldn't win something, you were basically associated with the Democratic Party. Even in the early 90s, it was like they couldn't win shit. So Bill Clinton took the left to the right. And then Bush came in and went right of Clinton. And then Obama came in and went left of Bush. But what people don't understand, Obama's left of Bush still puts the Republican Party, the Democrat Party, somewhere around Reagan era Republicans. Because they had the Tea Party and everything had gotten so extreme. When Obama's basically, and that's why if you look at Obama's campaign speeches, he referenced Reagan a lot. I noticed that even though I still voted for him, I was like, damn, this dude sure does reference Reagan a lot. Like why don't he reference FDR or Truman or Eisenhower or really he should have been referencing LBJ. Or Kennedy. Obama did a lot of referencing Reagan. But then when you see the way Obama deregulated the internet for these tech giants, and then out of nowhere, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, these guys went from being worth 10, 20 billion to being worth 220 billion. All during the Obama administration. So he made the left really like more so in the 80s right wing. Insert Donald Trump. Donald Trump took the Republican Party, swung it back left. Because remember, Donald Trump is still a Democrat. Still a Democrat. Donald Trump style Democrat is now, Republican, is now what 90s style Democrats were. Remember in the 90s, the Democrats were all about First Amendment rights. It was all about free speech and expression, MTV era, 90s. Ronald Reagan is actually a 90s Democrat. If you look at his policies, they're in alignment with where the left was in the 90s. Trump actually swung the party left. And Biden and Kamala swung it more right. So right now we're in this clash where the parties are doing what they did this is what was going on in 1950s America, 60s America, when Nixon and George Wallace were running. The parties did this in 1960s. Whoop! The Republican conservative Dixiecrats, the Democrat conservative Dixiecrats swung Republican. And the former Republicans who were more moderate swung Democrat. It also happened around the time of during the time just around the time of slavery. So we're seeing this switch right now. The normal sides aren't the normal sides. They're still using the terms left wing and right wing, but the left wing and right wing in the last 12, 16 years have switched sides and changed functions. And that's why it's us on black people to sit the fuck down. Stay out of it. Let them do all their gymnastics and let us laugh at it. Hell yeah, Biden is a Dixiecrat. Hell yeah. That his last call. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on? The one that's sincere love to God.
Oh, what up, my brother?
What's good, man?
Hey. What's on your mind?
Hey man, I just want to shout you out, man. Always keeping your foot on their neck. But great commentary as always. The breakdown on how these parties have been swaying, excuse me, in different directions under these various presidents. That was very much on point. And just to add to it, I think the necessity for that comes in based on the posts of the people. It becomes a culture war. You know what I'm saying? The politics have to get put in aside in order to cater to popular culture and what the consensus is. And so I think the mistake that the Democrats made this time around was not being able to read the room, not being able to accurately judge the pulse of the people. And they swung too much in the wrong direction, thinking that that's where people were culturally. And that was a big misstep for them this go round.
It's a big misstep because what they forgot is the needs pyramid is still a real thing. When people don't, when you can't feed yourself, secure yourself, and clothe yourself, don't none of the other stuff really matter. You're not thinking about no abortions. You ain't thinking about women's rights. You ain't thinking about, you're thinking about, I work 60 hours a week, and if one of my tires busts, I can't afford to replace it. That's what you're thinking about. And they did not get that. And they remember, and the Democrats, my whole life and your life too, they were always the party that was concerned with that. Wasn't they when we was kids and in our 20s and 30s? Wasn't they?
Supposedly, anyway.
Supposedly. Now they're like, man, now they just out the bag. Like, yeah, now we not even going to act like we care about your needs. Vote because we want to bring in more immigrants and change the gender. What?
Right. They did a lot of that out of desperation because they see, based on what we're doing in the grassroots, they see that their base is not coming back. You know what I'm saying? So out of desperation, they try to stitch together a new base for themselves, and they just made a lot of mistakes along the way with that one.
Yeah, they made.
But I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you a question that's kind of off topic. I know you did a broadcast about the Kendrick album, the Ice Cube album. I got to catch the replay to that. But I wanted to ask you specifically on the song Reincarnated. I was trying to figure out, because first I thought he was Jimi Hendrix in the first verse, but then I looked up like, okay, Jimi Hendrix, he was from Seattle, so it couldn't have been Jimi Hendrix. So I've seen people saying it was John Lee Hooker. And on the second verse, I don't know if it was Billie Holiday or Dina Washington. So I wanted to get your take on who was he talking about on them joints.
It was more. I think it was. I didn't even get the Dina Howard take. I had a different take on Reincarnated, more so the message. And I'm actually going to do that later on today. I'll do a breakdown of that. Reincarnated, I thought that first part he was channeling Tupac.
Absolutely.
And the energy of it. And then we get to the mid song, when we get to the bridge, he's softening his tone. And you hear him coming out of Tupac, and he's incarnating into himself. And then when he incarnates into himself, he has that fight between his higher self and his lower self when they're arguing with each other that last minute of the song. And it's a drama playing out. And it's really not about him, it's about all of us, about channeling and about reincarnating the spirits of people that we admire. That's what reincarnation is about, like as far as on that level that he's talking. He's doing it and he's illustrating to us basically a power that we all have when we want to channel something. I know when I want to channel certain things, you can call in certain spirits and ancestors. That's part of, acknowledging our American ancestors, why I think it's so important. Because sometimes I've had it when I've had questions about this tree right here that I have up here. It was certain areas that I was stuck. I definitely for sure got through some roadblocks through channeling my ancestors. I would channel, and then I would talk. I talked to Billie Holiday. I talked to Barry White at times when I was really in my spirit about this tree. And then right when I would look up, they would say, I would get a notion, and it'll be a book. And that matter of fact, this book that I have right here, I found this. I know a lot of you niggas is weird, and y'all be like, oh, this is not you sincere, but people listening. This book right here, one of my history books, it was something I was looking for about the economy of racism. And I was like, and this book came up, and it was like the thought of this book came, and then literally a couple hours later, I talked to Randy Short, and Dr. Short was like, "Hey, Dewan, there's this book called Jazz and Justice by Gerald Horne," and I was like, "Yo, that shit came to me." So the shit's real, and and that kind of channel got me through different roadblocks in my research and putting a lot of my music together. So I think that he's tapping into something that's like way deeper, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And there's a lot woven into it, especially with that last verse. I feel like he was tying a lot of biblical references into it, where it was kind of like, you know, when the devil was cast out from heaven, you know, he was the musical guy in heaven, and you know what I'm saying? And he got cast down, and part of that was, you know, Kendrick wove that into his own journey. So yeah, I can't wait till you get into it and start breaking it down, man.
I'm gonna do that in a couple hours, man. I appreciate that. And
yes,
what time is your
show?
All
right, man, stay up. We going on a little bit late tonight. Nicey said she got something to do, so I think we going on around 8 Eastern time.
All right, cool. So I'll be done by it. I'm going on around. I may be going around 3. I'm going on like 2:30, so we won't cross each other. Cool.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man.
Peace, my brother.
Good one, huh? The chat room is saying TD Jakes suffered a stroke live. Just me reading chat room. Y'all said, what's up, caller? Hold on 1 second. All right, yeah, go ahead, caller. What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? This is Najee from New Jersey. Hey, yo, you know what, Dewan? It's kind of funny that you're talking about Rachel Maddow, right? And you know, because I checked out on her years ago. I don't know if people remember that round-the-clock coverage during Hurricane Katrina. She was horrible during that coverage. Everything that was negative that was reported out of New Orleans, she was reporting. I was watching wall-to-wall coverage of her saying that men are down there raping babies.
She did do. I forgot she did do that. Yeah.
The looting. She was horrible. She never came back on the air, retracted any of that, and she never apologized. Right?
I forgot about that.
Right. And you remember, she came from, I wasn't listening, so if I'm repeating what you already went over, just let me know. But she came from Air America. Air America was supposed to be this progressive, left-leaning news outlet. Matter of fact, Al Franken came from Air America. And then he went on to win the Senate in Minnesota. And remember, they forced him out because of those allegations of sexual misconduct. The Democrats just threw Al Franken under the bus, and he just basically resigned. But even with that caller, what he just said, you know, when he said that, you know, there's a lot of people that's not coming back. And that's true. Like, you know, even people like my mother. And I have to, you know, my mother is kind of disillusioned. She listens to a lot of right-wing outlets, right? And I can hear it because you know what somebody's listening to from their politics. So I'm like, so I knew that she was listening to Candace Owens. I knew that she was listening to Tucker Carlson. And, you know, but again, what drove her there was Obama. Once she's seen how Obama kind of did things, she just, so instead of her going neutral, she just went to the right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's and she, you know, and she's, you know, my mother had me when she was pretty young, so me and my mother is like 15 years apart. So we still have that connection where we could talk. It's not like talking to an elder that, you know, oh, I'm 80-some years old. What the hell you know about?
Yeah.
You know, but it's kind of hard to get through. See, I voted third party, you know, because just based off of certain issues, you know what I mean? Like once I seen kind of like Donald Trump's stance on Gaza. And again, I'm not really caping for the Palestinians like that, but a genocide is a genocide, and I just can't go that route. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't vote for him. So I voted, you know, Joe, third party, Jill Stein, and here in New Jersey, Cornel West wasn't on the ballot.
He wasn't here either.
Right. So, and I felt like my vote was more like a punishment. So I voted for everything other than Democrats down ballot. You know what I'm saying? And this is my thing. People think that if Donald Trump is a disaster, we're going to regret our decision. I'm not going to regret my decisions because I can withstand pain. I can withstand not having for a greater cause. You know what I'm saying? So if he turns out to be a disaster and Project 2025, so be it. That's the price that the Democrats have to pay.
Either way it go, we gonna be in good shape.
Real talk. So, I kind of trolled you on Twitter too. I seen this. I tagged you in it. I seen this fight. It was this bald head chubby dude beating up these two women in the cage match. I was like, Dewan B, stop beating the women up. So I was just trolling you. So if that come across your timeline, that was me. I know you're a comedian and you can respect a good joke.
Yeah. I respect a good joke, but you was about 9 months late on that motherfucker. But next time, make sure it's current so it can be fun, so you can be the first one to say it.
Okay, I got you.
All right, man. You have a good one.
All right.
Yeah, this just in. He right about that. TD allegedly power bottom Jakes has a stroke. I be stroking to the east, and I stroking to the west, and I stroking to the woman that I love best. I be stroking. Y'all know that Clarence Carter song? This is TD Jakes' yearly cards. And this is happening. He got a stroke today on a 9 of Hearts day. Next year is a 9 of Hearts year. Stress. I pray that the man is okay, but I see a bunch of 5s in TD Jakes' spread. Different. This stroke is going to be pretty tough. 5 of spades. It's going to alter how he moves. I see he's going to have issues with his body movements. These 5s. Probably. Allegedly. This is just... Yeah. I see this 4 right here. Yeah, you see changes in how he functions in his spread. Let me go to this is weekly cards. And his week, today's his Mercury day, Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Judgment day for him. Yeah. Spades are all health cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spades in the spread. Emotional, King of Spades. King of Spades, Queen of Diamonds. Those cards concern me. Queen of Spades and Jupiter, that concerns me. I'm not going to put no negative energy out there. I just hope that, whatever happens, TD Jakes is good. I know we talk a lot of shit about church, but TD Jakes has helped a lot of people. He's helped a lot of people come into their spiritualness. The rest of that stuff, I'm not about to sit around and be any way disrespectful to that man. I hope that he's okay. I hope that he's fine. And yeah, just, I remember TD Jakes. My first time seeing TD Jakes, I was like 7 or 8 years old. He came to our church here in LA, and my mom, you know how it is when you were a kid, your mom made you go to church. It was like a weekday Bible study that he came to, like one of the nights we had to go back to church in a week. And I just remember being like 7 or 8 years old and having my toys with me. I remember I used to take I had like one Hot Wheel and some pens to draw. And I remember this fat man with a lisp going, get ready, 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 get ready. I remember looking up and all the old people was doing this shit. And I was on the ground with my Hot Wheels trying to race and shit. And Miss Betty dropped her purse on my toys. I remember that. It was like 1987 or 88, sometime around there. That was when I saw him. He had came to our church. This is like before he became a mega pastor. Hey, y'all. Chat room chill. Yeah. But I'm not about to sit here. Nah. TD Jakes. TD Jakes, you know, hopefully everything's good. Somebody said women are dying from projects. Everybody dying in the projects. Shit, you in the hood. You in the projects. That's a death culture. They got lead and water in the projects. Shooting. Corrupt police. Miseducation. Shit, if you're in the projects, you are most certainly lined up for death. That's the truth. Yeah, I hope TD Jakes pulls through, you know, whatever. You know, I don't subscribe to his style of Christianity. You know, I see through a lot of the bullshit. But he's also helped a lot of people. And there's a lot of people who've since gone and passed away that, you know, that TD Jakes sold a lot into their lives. You know? Praying for him, yep. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. We're going to go back live again, reviewing Kendrick's, we're going to do an album review, a listening party to Kendrick's album. We have a listening party coming up. We have a listening party coming up in about 2 hours, all right? In about 2 hours. Actually, let's just set it for 3 o'clock. 3 Pacific time, we're going to have our listening party, all right? Reviewing Kendrick's new album. We're going to break it all down, all right? Thank y'all for listening. Remember this. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. I'll see y'all a little bit later on. Subscribe to the Patreon and be a part of the movement. And also go to DewanB.com. 15% off everything in the shop. 35% off all my courses. And 25% off all readings. All right? Thank y'all again for listening. We out.